doing this afternoon.
Oh, that's lovely.
So,
yeah. You're seeing you again.
Good,
so how is it to be working here as a physicist, and then to be working together with an arts teacher and plough in the physics as we go along?
Yeah, it can be challenging to get the physics in, because a lot of the time the temptation with these projects is to veer away from the physics, so I've got to constantly pull it back. So with a lot of the designs, I told them to start with a mathematical concept in mind, so that we could talk about the shape of the chair, and then that went from something that they started with to something that they just ended up drawing and they didn't like. So now I've got to pull them back before they make the big chair, and kind of have them do something that's a little bit more mathematical, so that we can kind of talk a little bit about that.
Does take the combination of a physicist or a mathematician and an arts person.
Well, to
design the project.
To design the project. So we have this idea at the beginning of the project, and I know that students are going to want to move away from the science aspect. The art teacher's probably going to want to move away from the science project, so I've just got to be ready to kind of make sure that I pull them back in. So today when we check in with the kids, what I'm going to be looking for is that they've still got that idea that they want to have some math to talk about, and then something that they can talk about with the physics of the chair, so they can say where the forces are, where the centre of balance is, what causes a rocking chair to work well or not work well. The rocking chairs that haven't worked well, they've gone to trial and error rather than look at where the forces are. And so we've got these kind of weird chairs that when you sit on them, you're so far back that you either can't get out of them. They're not. I mean, they might be comfortable, but they're impossible to get out of. In fact, the one that I'm thinking of isn't even comfortable. So, this one here, this is kind of a nice one that the guys, when they to find the shape, they actually went through some mathematical graph plotting programs, and they found this one, which is x times the cosine of x. They liked the shape, they kind of incorporated it. They thought about where you would sit, so they put in strengthening parts at the bottom to kind of support centre of balance in the right way. And they kind of tilted the shape so that it would feel comfortable. So there's a lot of sort of simple stuff in there. It's not too complicated. The shape is nice. The balance is nice, and it looks like it's going to be a good chair when it's finished.
So do you do this project every year?
No,
or do you
never.
throw away the project and you think of a new one next year?
Pretty much. Yeah, we've never done this.
I don't like doing the same project twice, ever. Because people that do the same thing tend to get a little lazy about it.
They fall asleep.
Yeah.
And one of the nice things about doing the same project twice is you've got these great examples to show. And so we have to, at the beginning of the year, I think they're going to start the saw in a minute. We have to actually make the examples every year. But then we go through it and we know what the pitfalls are. And so the project is fun and fresh, but we know what's going to go wrong.
Okay, thank you.